Hi, everyone. Just a quick warning to remind you that we talk about a lot of murder and some of the material is disturbing. So if you're not in the place for this, please skip this episode. Thanks and enjoy the show. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Little Miss Recap. My name's Amy.
And I'm Rebekah.
Hi, Rebekah.
Amy, I'm so excited to see you and talk to you today.
It's very good to see you, and I have a question for you. Do you love coming over here on Little Miss Recap because you can curse and talk trashy?
Yeah, the filters are off. I don't have to say dang. It's going to be great.
No, you can just come over here and say, fuck those guys.
And boy, will I.
As we were discussing before we started recording, I am fresh off watching the Karen Reed documentary, and wow, I'm on a journey. I'm on a journey with that case.
I would defer to you as the expert on it. You know, I know the bare bones skeleton outline, so I will look forward to hearing your episode on it because it's just one. I knew if I got involved, it would be
it will take your life
of my priorities, and so I haven't. But you know, good for you, I guess, or sorry, or my condolences.
Sorry, condolences. Yes, condolences. Why don't you tell everyone where they can find you? Because my fans really know you from Criminality, but where else are you?
I'm producing a show right now called Devil and the Deep Blue Sea, which you can listen to anywhere. And it's about this very cool period of time in the 1980s and 90s about the Satanic Panic.
Oh,
so okay. That's where you could find me. And then you can go to my website, which will always have my latest projects, RebekahSebastian.com.
I will tell you, Devil in the Deep Blue Sea, a lot of my listeners listened.
Oh,
after
good.
I had you on. What did we talk about last time?
We talked about the West Memphis 3, which is connected to Devil in the Deep Blue Sea big time.
And so a lot of my listeners, a lot of my backdoor friends listened and they really liked it.
That's so cool. I really appreciate that. Yeah. Thank you.
They're the best.
For sharing it, and thank you to your listeners. That's super cool.
They're the best.
Yeah, and I'm working on a story. I told you a little bit off the record that I hope will come see the light of day in a podcast that people can listen to. So yeah, just stay tuned.
And you are a resident New Yorker, so you can really weigh in on this case because this hits home.
This hits a little too close to home, but this we'll get into it. But man, the whole city felt it. You know, I'm in the 5 boroughs, and I'm in Queens, which actually moves right into Long Island. So Queens is the most connected to Long Island. You know, you're on this side of the country, so yeah, really feeling it over here.
Long Island is a beautiful piece of the country. It really is. Out by Montauk and stuff, beautiful.
The only pause I had was because when most people go, Long Island is really like beautiful is not the next word, but you are so right. And the cinematography in this is stunning. Like Gilgo Beach, when we hear it, it just has the connection to this case. So it sounds so awful and dark and tragic, and it is. But what a beautiful piece of nature. Yes, Long Island is beautiful. And the further out east you go, it's like less and less congested and populated. And it's just green and lush and beautiful.
Yeah. Great Gatsby was set in Long Island, correct?
Yeah, I should know that.
Now I feel like I need to look this up. West Egg, East Egg. I mean, I know they were invented.
I also want to say there's a Princeton, New Jersey connection, but maybe that's because...
Okay. Yeah. Long Island.
Okay. So what am I talking about? Did the author go to Princeton? I don't know.
Okay.
F. Scott Fitzgerald, maybe.
F. Scott Fitzgerald lived in a house at 6 Gateway Drive in Great Neck, Long Island.
Oh.
There we go. After renting a suite at the Plaza in Manhattan. So
good for
he went
him.
on a journey.
Yeah.
All right. So today we're here to talk Gone Girls, the Long Island serial killer Netflix 2025 documentary. So let's talk about what our experience is with this. First of all, did you read the book this is based on?
I'm so ashamed to say I didn't.
I actually did, and I have not read much in the last, I would say, 10 years, but I did read this book. I don't know
it's
why.
phenomenal.
And it was good. It was really good.
Robert Culker, he's great.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Did you know a lot about this case? Like, have you been following it because you're in the city?
Yes. So because of the region I'm in, I've known about it. And it's kind of tangentially connected to a story I'm working on. So I do know about it. It's very much kind of in the atmosphere over here. Probably not as much as a lot of people who have theories and conspiracies and otherwise, but definitely know the framework of the story.
I was really stunned when I saw this guy. I mean, we shouldn't have been. We've heard the descriptions of him and stuff like that. But wow.
So when he got arrested, that was in summer of 2023. Did that not make like national news? Because I don't know. It was everywhere here. Like, did it make its way to you?
I think it did. But like, I don't know if I saw it.
Okay.
He was described by people as that. But 6'8" it's very tall. I wouldn't say it's freakish.
It's looming. I mean, that is
it's looming.
It's memorable. It's it's not something you forget. And I think ogre was the other word that guy kept using.
Yeah.
And it is absolutely wild. I'll tell you something else. I used to work in marketing for a real estate company, and I left during COVID, but I've kept in touch with many coworkers. And when Rex Heuermann was arrested, my phone was blowing up from lots of people from New York and Long Island, but specifically my former coworkers were texting me to be like, you wish you were in the office right now. So-and-so knows him. We hired him for a project. Like they fully interacted with Rex Heuermann to come into one of their buildings to do some estimate on some architect work or whatever. And I'm like, you have got to be kidding. So this is what I mean by like being over here. It's like everyone has a little possible 6 degrees of separation, which is just insane.
It's insane when you think about, and we don't hear about many current day serial killers.
That's what I'm talking about. Like this feels like the stuff of like the 60s and the 70s and the Ted Bundy era. It's like, no way could that be true in the time I had a job in a city. Like, it just feels so unbelievable.
Yeah, I agree. And yet here we are. So I want to start off by just kind of touching very quickly on the victims. I like to do that, when we're doing these documentaries. So we have Shannon Gilbert. She was 23. She went missing May 1st, 2010 and found in 2011. Although Shannon Gilbert went missing after most of the other victims, it was her frantic call to 911 that basically led to capturing this guy.
Yep.
We had Maureen Brainerd Barnes. She was 25 and went missing in 2007. We had Melissa Bartholomew. She was 24. She went missing in 2009. Megan Waterman was 22. She went missing in 2010. Amber Lynn Costello, 27, missing in 2010. Jessica Taylor, 20, missing in 2003. Valerie Mack, 24, missing in 2000. Unidentified Asian male, 17 to 23. Unidentified female toddler. An unidentified mother of toddler. Oh, that's so sad.
I know.
Karen Vergata, she's 34, missing in 1996. Sandra Castilla, missing 28, missing November 1993. So that is quite the list. That's a long list.
It's crazy to hear you read them out and like how long that took. It's very sobering.
So the documentary starts with, and I only have 7 pages of notes. I didn't do too bad for 3 episodes. It's not bad.
I'm following your lead. I'm like,
buckle in, girl. So the documentary starts with the 911 call from Shannon Gilbert. We just did What Happened to Aunt Diane. I don't know if you ever saw that. Or no, There's Something Wrong with Aunt Diane. Did you ever see that documentary?
No.
About the woman who drives the minivan the wrong way on the highway?
Oh, no. Is it so terrible to watch?
Don't watch it. It's tough.
Won't. Okay.
But I wanted to call it out because there was a real New Yorker in that piece because he only refers to 911 as 9/11.
Oh my
I called
goodness.
9/11 and they said, and I was like, that's a true fucking New Yorker right there.
Never forget.
So the doc starts with a 9/11 call from Shannon Gilbert on May 1st, and it's 2010. She says, these people are plotting to kill me, and we hear her arguing with people.
Yeah.
Other neighbors call in and say, this woman is running around our neighborhood. She's screaming. One woman says she's knocking on my door and I won't let her in.
I mean, talk about live to regret.
I was thinking about this.
Yeah.
I'm like, as a mother, I would absolutely 100% let this woman into my house.
If it was a woman, I would too.
Yeah. But what's chasing her, Rebekah? Like, that would freak me out.
Well, I'm sure that's what was, because I don't want to throw this woman entirely under the bus, although It's so tempting. Yeah, it's like if there's a woman screaming and coming to your door, you're not assuming a little small child is after her, right?
Right,
So
right.
that's where
There's something on
your
the other
own
end of that scream.
safety and like
Mhm.
possibly your family. But I like to think I'd open the door, get her in, and lock it and call the
Me
police.
too. So here's what happened. She went to Manhattan. She met up with her driver, Michael Pack.
Yeah.
And she was working as an escort through Craigslist. This was the thing. Craigslist was
Yeah.
the thing around this time. And they're driving around without much luck. Sometimes around midnight, she gets a call from Joe Brewer. He's one of her regular clients, and he's promising them a few hours, which would mean a couple $1,000
Yeah.
if they come out to Oak Park, which I'm assuming is a neighborhood out there on Long
Yep.
Island. So, for those of you who don't know, and I'm just going to speak briefly of it because I'm not a New York native, Long Island is very residential. Like it looks like neighborhoods, correct?
Oh, yeah.
It's not what you see when you see Manhattan at all.
No, it's the suburbs.
Yeah,
It's the suburbs.
exactly.
Yes.
And it's like the birth of the suburbs. Didn't they say that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of these like neighborhoods by design started there. These kind of
Yep.
like tract housing neighborhoods. Yep.
So she goes in Brewers for a few hours. She comes out at dawn. No, I'm sorry. At dawn, Joe comes out, taps on the window and says Shannon won't leave.
Right.
And he tried to get her out of there. Michael says he tried to get her out of there and drive her home, but she was really spooked. And she starts running. She's running even from Michael and from Joe. And she's on with 911 or 911 the whole time.
Yeah.
So we hear all of this, which
Yeah.
is super creepy. And she's running to this dude's house. He lets her in. He calls 911 and
Yeah.
she runs again by the
Yeah.
time he says the police are on their way.
Yeah.
Michael's trying to find her, can't leave. So no one can really explain why she was upset. Joe Brewer won't talk about it. Michael Pack can't explain it. The cops go out there, no one's there, and she goes missing. Like that's it. She's missing.
I mean, this is where I think people who've really dug into the case all have theories like what happened, what were the circumstances, why was she running, what was she scared of, who was there, like what is your instinct, like what do you imagine the context was?
I don't know because we know eventually she is found and he has killed her.
Yeah.
But we don't know, like, could it have been so weird that she was spooked by something and literally almost ran into his arms, right? Or was he the cause of the scare?
Right.
And then he just found her again. Like, I don't know. What do you think?
I think that this location is not exactly near where the alleged perpetrator, he's not convicted yet, but whatever.
Little Miss Recap says he's guilty.
Yeah, okay. Boom. Thank you, Your Honor. I don't think that's so. Yeah. Why was he there? I mean, I guess he has been there before, right? But like, was he in the mix of some group of people? Like, was it a party?
Yeah, that's what I don't know. And why isn't Joe Brewer saying anything?
Yeah, I don't know. But I mean, that's where I think I have theories. I think a few hours is a long time. And I'm just wondering if there were more than one client. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. And if I was the cops, I would, well, we know what's going on there, but I was going to say, like, I would make him talk. I would, what do they call that when they subpoena them? Like, subpoena this guy, get him on the stand, cross-examine him.
All we learn in the doc, right, is that they rule him out.
Yeah.
But it wasn't because they officially subpoenaed him and brought him into court. It's because they just kind of talked to him and were like, yeah, no. And the driver too, Michael.
They did do lie detector tests.
Yeah. They interviewed them.
We know that's a problem.
Right.
So the cops go out. No one's there. They assume at the time that she went home with Michael Pack and they don't investigate any further. But Shannon's mom, Mary, is all over this.
Mm-hmm.
She goes to the press. She says the police told her that Shannon is a prostitute and she'll just show up when she shows up. Then that's a big thing in this case is these women were sex workers and they were treated like dirt. And it's gross.
And were it not for their female family members, sisters, moms, daughters, and friends. And there were a couple guys too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that we'd be where we are in terms of the location and the recovery of these women. I watch them and I just get chills when they talk. Like, it was maddening. The first episode of this series is so sad, right? Because it just
really focuses on the girls.
Yeah, and as it should, but it's just heartbreaking, and to see these women advocating for their daughters because the police just aren't. It's like, well,
No.
We don't know. So
they finally agree to look for her 8 months later. It's December 2010, and that's where they find the Gilgo Four. So the Gilgo Four are Amber Lynn Castillo, Melissa Bartholomew, Maureen Brainerd Barnes, and Megan Waterman. So that's the four that they find. And part of the trickiness of this case, right, is that they're finding victims in different states, not states geographically.
yes,
Like some of them are found bound and whole, and some of them are found decapitated, and some of them are like, this killer
has no
clearly
pattern.
Evolving.
Yeah.
Or and adapting, but they don't see it that way. Some of them see it as it's two different people, it's three different people.
Right. And then, but they're all showing up around the same place. And this was so heartbreaking, right? Because Shannon kind of spurred the whole search, and then they find these victims that aren't her, and just the mom, when they tell her, like, we found a woman.
They tell the mom they found
but
her,
they didn't
but then it's
positively
not.
ID her. I'm like, oh my goodness. Like, how that, I can't really imagine how that felt.
So I have to tell you something, and you may already know this. I had forgotten the mother's name, so I did a quick Google to see what her mother's name is. Do you know what became of that mother?
Is her name Mary?
Yeah.
Mary?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
She was murdered.
No, stop.
By her daughter.
Stop. What year?
Like
what?
Before they caught this guy. Hold on.
Oh. That's a weird plot point that I have not heard.
So Shannon's mother faced her own gruesome fate. Mary was murdered by her daughter Sarah on July 23rd, 2016. Sarah stabbed her mother to death and was charged with second-degree murder. She stabbed her 227 times and then beat her with the fire extinguisher.
No.
She was suffering from severe mental illness, and she'd battled it for years. So I don't know if it was like a non-medicated situation.
Family. That is way too much.
I know. I was like, oh my God, wait, that can't be right. No, it was right. Okay. Just bringing the podcast up at all times here.
Yeah, I'm going to maybe not complain about things for a minute.
I know, right?
Just for today. That's a lot.
I know, it's a lot. Okay. So the press gets a hold of this. We have Richard Dormer. He's the police commissioner. He holds a press conference and he's like, this appears to be done by the same person.
Yeah.
And the press is like, okay, is it a serial killer? And he's like, well, I mean, it's looking that way.
Right. One person got 7 bodies.
So
you do the math.
They realize that the women aren't from the local area and they were there working. And this is when they start to make the connection that these are just missing sex workers, and who gives a shit? It's really bad. And I wrote, why are we not treating sex workers like people? But that's a whole other conversation.
In the year, what is it?
It's like 2010. Yeah.
This is not.
It's not 1974.
I mean, would have never been okay. But the fact that this is such recent history.
Yeah. Yeah.
In like the northeast of the United States, it's a shameful thing. I'm horrified.
You're absolutely right. You know who I felt really bad for was Maureen Brainerd Barnes' sister.
Oh my gosh.
She talks about how Maureen went into New York and she thought she was modeling. She calls the sister for a ride home one night. The sister couldn't get her because she has young kids. She's a family. She's dealing with that. That was the last time she ever spoke to her. That's really sad.
It's way too much.
So we meet Sarah Carnes, who is Maureen's friend, and the friendship between these women,
yes,
in many of these cases, is so heartwarming. Like,
I know
these women may not come from families where they are very well supported, but God, they have a tight friend group.
Yeah,
they take care of each other.
It's really beautiful, and I would even say like inspiring.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of gave me chills to watch them.
Yeah.
And listen to them.
So Sarah gets a call from a blocked number. It's some creep. She thinks it may have been him, and he claimed that he saw Maureen at a quote whorehouse in Queens. Hangs up, never calls back. Like, just weird shit like this.
Yeah.
They eventually find her remains. It takes 3.5 years. And, they all say if they had never looked for Shannon Gilbert, they never would have found these bodies.
Yeah.
Shannon Gilbert's mother breaks my heart, I wrote, but now even more so after I know what happened to her.
I'm almost glad I didn't know that watching this. I don't even know if I could have looked at it.
Brewer and Pack are given lie detector tests and they pass and they're ruled out.
Right.
They start looking at the girls' phone records. They trace them to burner phones in Massapequa Park. Did I say that right?
You got
Massapequa. And they figure the killer probably lives there. That's what they're figuring. Melissa Bartholomew's phone, her sister gets a call on Melissa's phone after she goes missing, and it's him, and he's taunting her. And he makes it clear that it's him, and he says gross racist things to her.
Yeah.
He says to her, "Are you going to be a whore like your sister? I'm watching her rot right now." It's fucking gross. This guy is, ugh. The police tap the phone, but he doesn't really call again. So that doesn't really work. But she lives her life in total fear because this guy has her, has her phone number, knows who she is.
Is this when they don't, maybe this comes later, but was this when searching the phone records, they were that's too invasive? Or does that come later? Okay, later. Sorry. Go ahead.
In spring, they search again for Shannon. They find more bodies, heads, hands, skulls, teeth, 10 people in total, still no Shannon. Hey everyone, stay tuned. Little Miss Recap will be right back after these words. Amanda.
Amy.
For our sponsor, Lumi Gummies today, I have an idea. I think we should do a rapid fire bonus round. Which 90-day celebrity stars need a Lumi Gummy or have taken a Lumi Gummy maybe?
Okay. Madeline.
Oh, I have her on my list too. Manon. Manon could really use indica.
Yeah, to calm her the fuck down.
Calm down a little bit.
I think Jenny could use a sativa to maybe up the energy a little bit because there's none there.
Funny you mentioned Jenny. I have Sumit's aunt can use one to
definitely
to chill out a little bit.
She definitely could use one. This is a wild card. Florian could use one. I don't know what variety.
Yeah,
but
maybe
I feel
he needs a hybrid.
I feel like Florian on a gummy would be good.
Yeah. I also have Dylan's mom from Dylan and Patia.
Yeah.
And I have Luke's dad of Luke and Madeline.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we can use Lumi Gummies as well.
Yes. All the time.
Consistent, mellow, and super delicious, Lumi Gummies are specifically designed to make you feel good, not stoned. Whether you're looking for an end-of-the-day de-stressor, a midday mood boost, or help getting the best sleep ever, Lumi Gummies has a strain that's right for you. So, Amanda, our flavor that we like a lot in this home is the sour strawberry cookie hybrid.
Ooh, is it particularly sour?
It's not super sour because I don't like sour things.
Yeah, I don't either.
But I just find that it's the perfect blend of up and down. It's right in the middle.
Nice.
But you feel good. I really like it.
I'm a hybrid girly myself, and I'm going to go with the watermelon sorbet because I do enjoy watermelon, and it's just a nice, cool, chill evening of watching TV.
You know what I need to do? I need to take one before Sister Wives comes out. Before I meet my arch nemesis in the ring.
Yes. I think it would help you a great deal. I think it would help Cody Brown a great deal.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Guys, Lumi Gummies are available nationwide. Go to lumigummies.com. That's LUMI gummies.com. Use code Little Miss Recap for 30% off your order. That is Lumi Gummies, LUMI gummies.com. Code Little Miss Recap. Lumis.com. Code Little Miss Recap. It's 30%. And the link is in the show notes if you guys need it. So episode 2 centers around the DA's office and the corruption.
Yeah.
So we get this little explanation at the beginning about James Burke, and who he is and how he gets a weird promotion and jumps up a bunch of ranks, which should raise flags everywhere.
Mm-hmm. How this guy became a police officer in the first place should raise flags. And I'll tell you what, I didn't read Gone Girls, but I did read the journalist featured whose name I can't remember, the other guy who wrote a book in this doc.
Okay.
What's his name?
Journalists are Robert Kolker and Richard Dormer.
No,
Dormer's the police officer.
Dormer's the commissioner. No,
Robert
it's
Kolker, we know
Garcia.
him. Yes.
What is it? You know who I'm talking about.
Oh, no.
He wrote a book.
Shit. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I probably have it here.
Why don't I have him down? I have Jacqueline Gallucci. I have Robert Kolker.
I feel like I jotted his name down too, but he wrote a book called Jimmy the King. And I did read that. And if the corruption of Suffolk County Police interests you.
Gus Garcia Roberts.
Thank you. There was a Garcia. Okay, good. I don't feel crazy. Gus Garcia Roberts. He was really helpful in the doc as well. But his book, it's huge. It's like this big, and it's Jimmy Burke's whole story, and really gets inside the political machine that leads up to this case, but goes way back in time. So if this is interesting to your listeners, like that book is a great supplemental source. Okay.
So Amber Castillo's the last known victim. So they think if they can solve her case, they might have a chance to break this open.
Yeah.
And her friend is like, there's a really bad dude that you should look into. And he comes forward and he tells this story that weeks before she went missing, he came to the house and she told the murderer came to the house and she told him, look, Rex, or whatever we're calling you, just dancing, no sex. I don't want to have sex. Well, apparently that didn't go over well.
Right.
And she called him freaking out that this guy was not taking no for an answer. And he and their friend Bear, they go back there and they said this guy was the size of a door. He was huge and he wouldn't leave. And they threatened to turn a pit bull on him. And this guy says, when I'm I do have Gus Garcia Roberts down here.
There it is.
This guy says, when I'm threatening this guy, he is looking right over my shoulder and just staring her down.
Oh my gosh, so terrifying.
Like Amber is just being stared down by this.
Yeah.
Like he's coming back for her.
Yeah.
It's very clear.
Yeah.
So April 2011, there's 10 unsolved murders, no leads, no suspects, no person of interest. So desperate, the police hold a press conference. The family of Shannon Gilbert are still really frustrated that they will not search a certain marsh near where Shannon was last seen. So they finally caved to public pressure and they find her clothes and her cell phone. And this was on December 13, 2011. But they're saying, well, I think she drowned. Okay. You have a 911 call of her literally screaming and saying somebody is trying to kill me.
Yeah.
She goes missing. You find her clothes and her cell phone and you're like, she drowned.
Yeah. And they're trying to, talk about hypothermia.
And she was found naked.
These things that you do, like your body does kind of peel off layers. Like, but even so, I feel like that's a stretch.
Yeah.
Even with hypothermia causing you to do that.
Yeah, they're saying that there's this case, like this condition where you think taking off clothes is going to make you
which I think
somehow.
Is real. Like I think that happens to people who get lost and stranded in mountains.
Yes.
But there's other factors in this case and story that kind of override that theory. So
Shannon's family gets a lawyer and this guy brings in an expert and he's like 100% she was strangled.
Yeah.
Like there's damage to her windpipe.
Yeah, that was Dr. Bodden, and he has done a lot of very well-known cases.
Yep. So people are so puzzled as to why this investigation is stalled. What's going on? Enter investigative journalist for Newsday, Gus Garcia Roberts. See, I did have him.
Jimmy the King, author.
He tells us Suffolk County Police Department is one of the best funded and biggest police departments in the country, which is the problem.
And highest paid.
Highest paid.
Yeah.
So Richard Dormer is the commissioner and he believes there's one killer. But Thomas Spoda, the DA, does not like that theory. Right. He believes since the Gilgo Four were found in burlap and intact that they are separate. He is not accounting for the killer adapting at all. Right. He just thinks, this is a different MO. Okay. So Dormer retires and a county executive comes in and he promotes, and I felt bad for this county executive because I really don't think he knew what was going on here. He's like, I had several people recommend this guy to me. I thought it was fine. Tom Spoda had a good reputation.
Is the operative word. Yeah.
So he promotes Jim Burke to the chief of the department. Yikes. And Jim Burke is basically a scumbag. And it comes out when he was 16, he helped Spoda build a case against some kid in the 70s who then prosecutor Tom Spoda had forced a confession out of. So basically there was this murder of this teenager. It was bad. And they were trying to pin it on other teenagers. And they get this kid to confess. And then And the case starts to fall apart.
Yeah.
And they bring in Jimmy Burke
to be a witness and verify that he did it with these, direct quotes, apparently, of what the kid said. This guy.
The DA's office in Suffolk County at that time had a 95% confession rate for homicides.
Red fucking flag. That is not normal.
Not normal. Not normal. I'm so glad that we've had so many documentaries, books, articles written about forced confessions because it was such a problem.
But even before that, other jurisdictions and police departments would know, right? You would, as a colleague in the industry from another town or county, you would look at that and be like, what is going on over there?
Yeah,
if you were an above board officer, right? Because it's just not possible.
Maybe they just thought that Tom Spoda was such a great guy to talk to that witnesses just backed right down.
It was like therapy.
So Jim Burke arrives. This is where they immediately shut down all collaboration with the FBI. The FBI is making headway. And they're making a lot of headway with the burner phones. And Jimmy Burke's like, nope, done. Nobody's talking to anybody. You don't need the burner phone information. Forget it. We're done.
Right. And I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, and I know there's always territory battles between agencies and departments, but wouldn't most departments be so grateful for the resources of the Federal Bureau of Investigation come alongside for the support and they just have access to so much more, I would think, although Suffolk County was so well resourced, but still the fact that they pushed them out, siloed themselves. I mean, it should have told us everything about how the investigation was going.
I agree. And there's a lawyer in this documentary, John Ray, who I really liked. He was Shannon Gilbert's mother's lawyer, Mary's lawyer. Yeah. And he is determined, even now that Mary's gone, he is determined to see this through for her. And so, this family didn't come from money. This guy just seemed to really love these people and want to do something for them. Yeah.
I know.
So he, everybody's wondering, why is Jim Burke so resistant to getting this case solved? What is going on here? My therapist would say, if something bothers you this much, there's usually something going on inside of you.
That's good.
So here comes John Ray, and he whips out this press conference with this woman named Leanne, and she's using an alias. And she's like, oh yeah, Jimmy Burke, he frequents sex workers, and I'm one of them. And I was just like, da, da, da.
Here we go.
And she had sex with him in 2011 and he paid. And this was right in the Oak Beach area. And I just wrote, he is a scumbag. And here we are.
But was this the woman that said he couldn't quite
finish? Yes.
Which I was like, I am so glad the editors kept that in.
She said that he paid her for sex and he was mad because he couldn't finish.
Right.
He couldn't complete it or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh God, I loved it. So he had a ton of internal affair investigations against him throughout the years, but I guess just everybody kept looking away. So, okay, I'm going to take it back. Maybe this is where the county executive should have done better because maybe he should have done a quick, records check on this guy that he's promoting to chief of police, because those internal affairs reports will stay in his record, even if they're dismissed.
And it's sort of, I'm not going to say normal or common to have one, but I do think, people, when you're dealing with these kinds of things and crimes, people do get upset and they do initiate these reports. But how many did he have? He had over a dozen.
Yeah, there was a lot.
I don't think that's normal.
Yeah, there was a lot. So he lawyers up, and guess who's his lawyer? Tom Spoda's lawyer. And he gets out of it.
Yep.
So then a little bit later, they arrest this guy named John Bittrolf. Is that how you say his name? I think so, right? Bittrolf, Bittrolf.
Yeah, that sounds right. I'm not sure.
He's charged with the murder of Rita Tangretti and Colleen McNamee, who went missing in the 90s, and he's tied to them through DNA. But now they're kind of like, well, is Sandra Castilla tied to him too?
Right.
And he's not charged with her death at the time, but they're suspicious. And, he's going after sex workers. He kind of has the same MO.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, maybe this guy could
Maybe
be
he's
it.
good for it. Yep.
Mm-hmm. The families are frustrated that they're trying to solve cases from the 90s and not these cases that are currently happening.
Right.
And, but they're busy. The police department, the way the documentary says this, it's one of the reporters, it might be Garcia, who says they're busy trying to keep Jimmy Burke out of prison.
I mean, priorities, bro. Like, this episode, the number 2, like 1 for me was just like pure sadness and tragedy. 2 was like rage inducing.
Yeah. And 3 was like, oh my God, I'm shit scared of this guy.
Terrifying. Yeah, we'll get to that. Yeah.
So now, late 2012, a random guy named Christopher Loeb comes into the picture. He's described as a petty criminal, and he and his buddies are breaking into cars, and they end up breaking into Jimmy Burke's car.
I mean, the luck. Like, some people have just no luck. Like, and in the book, I think it was Garcia talking about it, because I remember in Jimmy the King, their method of breaking in was like, just simply going to nice neighborhoods where all the cars were lined up, parked on the street, and they would just kind of like swipe the handle, and if it was open, they'd go in, and if it was locked, they'd keep walking. They didn't like break windows and break in. People were just leaving their cars unlocked.
Right.
Yeah.
It was
and like
a
lot of
crime.
People in these safe residential neighborhoods would just leave their car unlocked. So it was just kind of this flip of the handle, and it was open. So we took all the shit from it, and tell the people what they found.
Okay, so they found a duffel bag full of guns, porn, and sex toys and union cards. Dude, if you have a bag full of, I don't know, fun, don't leave your ID in it. What are you doing?
And possibly contraband. I mean, I know like he was probably
fun
allowed
and
to
terror?
have his guns, but like, yikes.
And if you're a police officer and you have, okay, so my mom used to be married to a cop, and they have a lot of restrictions about how and where they can place their weapons and all of that stuff.
I like to think so.
Yeah, this dude is just throwing it in a duffel bag and leaving his car unlocked.
I mean, the audacity. And also God. Like, I've heard of go bags, different people in your car.
Yeah.
This is one it's unique.
Well, if you have a go bag, you have to have the porn in there.
Yeah.
You have to. Who has actual porn? Like, did he have magazines?
Like physical? I think it was, no, it was, that's not in this doc.
No.
Oh, it's in the book. I think it was DVDs, like really hardcore
stuff.
Porn on DVD.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, whatever. I mean, everybody's go bag looks different, I guess. So the feds hear about, so the top law enforcement officials show up, and they have this guy. Now, again, this is a petty criminal. Like, I think he's an addict. He's probably stealing to just fuel his habit, whatever.
Yes.
And they beat him and they threaten him, and it's bad. And the feds hear about the beating and they start investigating, but they can't get any police to tell the truth. They call it the blue wall of silence.
Yep.
Takes 3 years, Rebekah, but finally one guy cracks and he says, yeah, he did beat him in there.
And he told them all to lie about it and cover it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is their like most superior like,
so
telling them this.
Do we know, because this doc didn't get into it, do we know how Christopher Loeb got caught? Like, did he just get caught as a thief and then they found this in his stuff?
I want to almost say he turned that stuff in. I don't remember that detail, but I do. What also the doc didn't cover is that he sued the police department.
Good.
And won like $1 million or $2 million. It took years, but he was compensated for that. I don't remember how he got caught.
I'm wondering if he got freaked out and turned it in.
I feel like that is what happened. And it was almost like this. Yeah. I mean, it's just, again, the luck. Like,
yeah.
Oh.
So guess what? Jimmy Burke gets arrested and his little playground time is over. He's convicted and he serves 4 years in federal prison. He's convicted.
Yeah.
Then Spoda's arrested and he spends 3 years in federal prison. I just wrote, I am living for the perp walks of these assholes.
Yeah.
Living for it.
Oh my goodness.
So of course, who has to come in and clean up this mess? A woman.
Bring in Ms. Hart, please.
Here comes Geraldine Hart coming in to clean up this mess. And she has been running the Long Island FBI office. She's the first woman police commissioner. And she is reopening this investigation because women matter.
And it's such an example of like, let the women do the work. We've got the victims' mothers, sisters, friends banding together. We have this woman who comes in with a razor sharp focus who's like, you out, like FBI in, we're, you know, we're starting over. We're going to digitize files. We're going to organize ourselves and we're going to stop lying. Yeah. And it was like such a relief. Like when she came in, I just felt like, okay, we're going to be okay. Maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. They use familial DNA. They help, it helps them to identify Valerie Mack. They start sharing information with the public. Go figure.
Yeah.
And they share a belt with initials WH or HM on it. They never really talk about what that was. Like, do we know? The H could be for Huberman, but what is the W? I don't know.
Like possibly, I think they were saying like a family member, you know, because he lived in that house. It was like generations of family.
Yeah,
it
could have been his father,
grandfathers.
Mm-hmm. So at the end of episode 2, the ball's on Jimmy Burke. He has his lawyer send a statement, and they have to put it up at the end of episode 2 that he denies being involved with Leanne. I just wrote, shut the fuck up, dude.
I know.
Nobody wants to listen to you anymore. We're done.
I know.
Okay, episode 3 really focuses on how they catch him. So Geraldine Hart, she does amazing work in her 3 years there, but she steps down in 2021.
Yep.
And Rodney Harrison comes in, and he is a black man from New York. He knows how cases get solved through collaboration. Like
from NYPD, to distinguish from Long Island, New York. He's from New York City.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes. And so he knows what he's doing.
Yeah. He creates a task force.
He forms a task force, which go figure.
Yeah. You think? It's like...
Ray Tierney is the new DA.
Right.
Don't have much on him if he's good or not. We don't know.
And he's still in that position, I think, presently.
Okay. They basically catch this dude because he drives a first generation green Chevy Avalanche. Now, any murder show watcher can tell you, don't drive a weird car. Don't drive something that stands out.
Pretty distinct. I know.
But when I told it to my husband's a big car guy.
Yeah.
And Timmy's like, oh, he's driving a green Chevy Avalanche? Yeah, you're going to get caught.
Yeah, but I mean, like, for how long? He must have been so comfortable.
Yeah.
And that's what I think is so alarming when they target him and start surveilling. Like, he's just living.
He doesn't care.
No.
The thing about the Chevy Avalanche is when it first came out, it was a weird looking vehicle. Like you're right. It was something that you don't really see a lot. It's almost like an El Camino, but it's like a truck.
Yeah.
So it has it's an SUV, but it has that open back on it. So they're odd looking. So like you tend to remember it.
Yes. And then he's not the most inconspicuous guy. So you've got this duo of like him and that car.
It would almost be like if somebody was murdering today and they were driving a Cybertruck. Like people would know.
Right. And they had blue hair.
Right. So the task force, like you said, digitalizes the evidence and they find the detail about the avalanche. The owner of the avalanche lives in Massapequa Park and and he works in Midtown Manhattan, which is the second location that they knew.
Which, I mean, I don't know how to like express how terrifying this is, that this man commuted on the Long Island Railroad, which thousands and tens of thousands, if not like hundreds, do every year from their Manhattan, their Long Island suburb into Midtown for their job. Like he was just a guy doing that like everyone else.
He was just a guy trying to blend in, and he was a vicious, disgusting murderer who preyed on weak women, who he thought were weak women. He preyed on women that he thought had no support and nobody would miss.
Exactly.
And guess what?
Forgettable.
You were wrong.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, stay tuned. Little Miss Recap will be right back after these words. So in March 2022, they identify Rick Huerman, and guess what? They did this in 6 weeks. 6 weeks.
I think that is so worth like pausing on that. Like this had been going on for years. And then I really think Geraldine Hart, what she kind of put into place. Well, I would first give credit to all the victims' families because they were always the one getting in front of the media trying to change the narrative around the women, right?
Agree.
To keep the public interested and make sure that they weren't forgotten. Then Geraldine Hart. Then tell me the guy's name from the NYPD.
Hold on.
Let's go back. I want to get Rodney
Harrison.
And like, I mean, it was all like they set the stage and then he came in with this task force and 6 weeks. They've got him and they're watching him and they don't want to tell anybody. It's like they got to get eyes on him, make sure it's him. And then they got to get his DNA. That's one of my favorite parts too.
Could you imagine that Amber's friend told them about this like 10 years earlier? Could you imagine the women that would have been saved?
That would be alive?
Yeah.
It blows. It's like your mind can't compute.
I live in a town where, and you know, I've been thinking a lot about this when I'm thinking about Karen Reed. Like, I live in a town with a good old boys network that has been in power for. Our mayor was arrested in the middle of the day by the FBI in downtown. Like,
oh my goodness,
it was.
Oh my goodness.
And so, like, this kind of good old boy network drives me fucking crazy. And you need people who are outside of that to break this up. And Rodney Harrison's outside of it, and Geraldine Hart is outside of it. I almost said Geraldine Ford.
No. I know.
No.
It's for Geraldine.
But they're outside of it. And like they come in and it's just, you can't have an insular, like patriarchal society. Nothing good comes from this.
Well, also, I just think with any work, don't you always think you need another pair of ears or eyes on something?
You would think.
It's just like basic common sense. And you just have to have the humility to be like, I actually don't know everything. And so the more resources and the more brains and ears and eyes on this, the better.
And I think not to go too far into Karen Reed, but I think that's why Karen Reed resonates so strongly with everybody, is she has become the symbol for pushing back against that.
Interesting.
And it's like I have thoughts on her role in all of this, but when you look at it just very black and white, like she is somebody who is perceived to be breaking this up and taking this on. I don't think she wanted to be that. I don't think she's a good model for that, but that's what it is. Culturally, that's what's happening. Is
Very
people are like, we need to break these networks up. And she's kind of become an unwilling symbol in that movement.
Very interesting. Well, it's always an imperfect person. I mean, that's kind of perfect.
Yeah.
I can't wait to listen. I really do want to understand that case better.
Yeah. So he worked, well, I will say the five episode doc on Max is really well done.
5 episodes.
It's called A Body in the Snow, and it goes by pretty quick.
Okay.
So he worked as an architect in Midtown Manhattan. They use burner info to trace the movements, and everywhere Rex is, the burner phones are. They even see him put minutes on a burner phone. They hack his email, and they realize he is still using fake email accounts to hire sex workers.
Yes.
They need to act quickly. And I'll never forget the day that they did the pizza box thing, or we learned about the pizza box thing.
Yes, the DNA on the pizza box is so good.
Yes. So they grab a pizza box out of the trash after they saw him eating it and disposed of it in the trash. And they see him discarded. The DNA matches. They followed him for 10 months.
Can I just say, sorry?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's the most New York City thing ever to be caught by like your discarded pizza box. Like, I know, it's so beautiful. It's like poetic to me because we do eat slices on the street. We do throw that little cardboard box out on, like, I don't think that's normal. Like most people have pizza like in their house or in a pizza place, but like in New York, it's just kind of like a to-go thing, a slice, or he might have had more than a slice. Yeah. And then you put the box in the thing. And I just chef's kiss on the DNA of the pizza box. Okay, sorry.
I always thought it would be such a neat job to surveil people, like just to watch what they're doing. This guy would have been a little scared of if he caught me.
Oh my gosh.
But just to watch people would be so interesting.
Knowing what you know and then like watching it be confirmed in real time. Thrilling.
Wild. So they arrest him outside his office, and he looks like he could give a fuck. He's just like, oh, hey,
unbothered.
Whatever. Okay. Yeah. Bear, Amber's friend, says he sees it on the news. He's like, oh my God, that's him.
That's the fucking guy.
The guy is 6'8" and big. He's big.
He's a large man.
And July 2023, they finally announce it to the public.
Right.
So basically, we learned that his house, the one he grew up in, was in total disrepair. And they keep harping on this. And this is my biggest fear, Rebekah, that someday I will be arrested or something will happen. And people will talk about how uncleanly my house is.
No, they won't. I see your adorable office where you sit. I think you'll be fine. And this wasn't a matter of like, it was a little untidy. This was like in disrepair, and he was an architect. And it's kind of that like juxtaposition, like why was his own house falling apart? Like you'd think the architect in the neighborhood might care about the exterior, at least, of the house.
And it was weird too, because I mean, he was a recluse. He didn't talk to any of his neighbors. Fine, whatever.
Nobody knew him, but he'd lived there his whole life.
That's the weird thing. He grew up in that, like he lived there his whole life. He should have really long, well-established relationships in that neighborhood. Nothing.
I mean, nothing. I mean, oh God, I can't even imagine being the neighbor and finding out.
The neighbor that they interviewed was like, oh, kids cross the street on Halloween.
When it comes to his direction, they're like, skip. Like no candy good enough to walk up to that nightmare.
So they spend 12 days searching his home. They find he had almost 300 guns.
I know, but it was the Google searches for me.
The Google search history was all about the victims and their families, and they reconstruct the timelines, and his family was out of town every single time.
Right, because they start going, how does a family man, a married man with a business and 2 kids in the house pull this off? And they look, and the families were always on a vacation.
Yeah,
when your husband goes out of town with the kids.
I go on a murdering spree. We just covered this in the Fox Hollow murders. We were talking about that case. Same thing. The guy's wife would go out of town and he would be murdering. So wives, just don't go out of town.
Yeah,
let's get that murder rate down.
Stay inside with your serial killer husband, please.
So the wife is a little strange. She and here's what's strange about her. She files for divorce immediately, but then starts defending him. Well, and she's like, well, I'm going to wait and see what the evidence says.
Lady, she also moves back into that house, and I understand that maybe you don't have another option, but yikes on bikes, I would camp out.
Well, is she from Iceland? Yes. And she went to visit her family in Iceland quite a bit. I would have taken those kids and went back to Iceland.
Just stay.
Yeah. Instead, they're sitting on the front porch. They're barbecuing on the front lawn and screaming at the reporters.
Well, so are the neighbors, by the way. So when this happened, the most Long Island of Long Island things, like just Google it. There's so many memes and amazing videos from this time. And eventually they had to like put tape up all around the street because people were just coming to like look at the house.
I bet.
But Long Island people were like, they had coolers. They had their little like, the portable chairs you bring to your kids' sports games. And they were just sitting and camping out
and watching them.
Watching it all happen and like being very opinionated with news anchors.
Of course.
They weren't just like, well, we'll wait and see. They were like, oh, it was amazing.
So we get some background on him. He was quiet, well-organized, family man. Apparently dad was hard on him, really abusive. And some of the friends are like, his dad was a monster. And not only did he still lives in the house, but like preserved it.
Can I confess something?
Oh, yes.
I fast forwarded through some of this. I couldn't stomach it. I'm like, is this the part where we're going to feel bad for him because his dad was mean? I can't.
Okay, there wasn't much of that. I will tell you.
Well, yeah, I didn't fast forward long, but I literally couldn't listen to it. And like, I just didn't want to hear it. Sorry.
No, that's fine. We also learned that he's traveled a lot. So they've no idea how many more victims there could be across the country in different places.
Right.
The police decide finally to engage the sex worker community, and people come forward. And somebody, I forget who it was, but in episode 2, they said to one of the women, they were like, if the cops offered you immunity to come forward and talk to them, would you have it? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But they never did that.
No, they never did that. And it was scary for them to go and speak, because if James Burke was there, probably other cops were too. It was very vulnerable, but they were such an underutilized resource. Yeah. It's just devastating.
Like they literally knew who he was.
I know.
So far they tell us they've spoken to 144 sex workers, and at least 12 had encounters with him.
Yeah.
They go back, they search his house again, and they find his laptop with a blueprint or what they call a planning document. And it's fucking dark.
Haunting. And like that he's an architect and it's like this blueprint. It's so dark.
It was created in 2000 and deleted, but they recovered it. And it was wild. It was like, how to do this better, hit them harder, get some rest so you have more time with them. From this list, I won't share much more of it because it's dark, but we basically learned that these women did not die an easy death. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
So, and then they figure out, what looked like the MO of several killers is actually one man learning and adapting. And that's what's been going on here. And that's what was throwing the case off.
Yeah.
So at the end, we see the victims' families for dinner. It's very lovely. The mothers of Shannon and Megan Waterman have passed. They were not here to see this. But one of the women says it's largely because of them that we're here.
100%.
And I have Shannon's mom's murder that happened. And Shannon's death is still not ruled a homicide. And John Ray says, I'm here for the duration and I'm getting this fucking solved.
Yeah,
it's going to be done.
Yeah.
I would just like to shout out John Ray because not often do we applaud men on this podcast, but he's a good one. He's a good one.
As we should when it's warranted. It just doesn't happen that often. It's not your fault.
No, especially when we're doing murder docs. Doesn't happen a lot. So they do this graphic at the end of the unsolved murders that they still have on Long Island. And I counted at least 15 or 16.
Crazy. Wow. Absolutely crazy.
We get this, I call it the black screen of death at the end. Rex Heuermann has been charged with 7 murders and has pleaded not guilty.
I almost fell off my sofa. I forgot that part.
Yeah.
This dude.
His wife and children, the hair of his wife and children were found on all 3 victims. I'm like, why did they include that? But then I realized because they wanted to clear them. So they were like, the police realized it was transfer hair and that was it. Yeah. I have just a few updates that I found. Netflix has a pretty good website that they keep up with this case.
Oh,
and
nice.
They interviewed the director, Liz Garbus, and she reflects on the inherent dilemma of delivering a series on a live case. She said, after we completed and turned in our cuts to Netflix, there was another victim added to the docket.
Wow.
Will there be more between now and the time that we air? It's possible. Will there be more between now and the time we go to trial? If they go to trial, it's probable.
Wow. Liz Garbus is good. She did
what did she do? She did
HBO.
Something.
She did a lot, but she also did the Garrett Phillips one.
Oh, I couldn't watch that.
Oof. It's very good, but it is a rough one.
Did she do Love Marilyn?
I don't know.
Oh, I think she did. I loved that.
I think she's really good. I thought
she did There's Something Wrong with Aunt Diane.
Oh, no way. And you mentioned that one. That's funny.
Weird.
I think she's really, really good. Like there's a lot of ways to do this story. I think how she built the 3 episodes.
I agree.
I like the arc that she created. I really do.
I agree. I think that's something that we get away from now in these docuseries because everything has to be a docuseries.
Yeah.
We're getting away from having it plotted out in a neat, orderly way. Like a lot of times the case just goes over the 3 episodes, but she has it really arced nicely.
I think so too. And I mean, I know sometimes you do need more episodes, but I thought 3 was right for this.
Yeah.
I couldn't take much more by the end. I felt satisfied and enraged and sad, but like in terms of where they stopped, I was like, yep. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So just a quick update on his wife. Her name is Asa Ellerup. She maintained contact with him following his arrest. In March 2024, she issued a statement through her attorney extending her heartfelt sympathies to the victims and the families, saying nobody deserves to die in that manner. Okay. Yeah. All right. So far, so good.
Sure.
At the same time, Ellerup said in her statement that she would listen to all of the evidence and withhold judgment until the end of the trial. Girl.
No.
She says, I have given Rex the benefit of the doubt, as we all deserve.
You know what? I would normally say that as an American citizen, yep, we all do have that. I'm gonna make an exception here.
I am too.
I think we got him. I think he did it, and I don't think the benefit of the doubt applies.
We know he at least killed some of them because the DNA matches.
Yes. Yeah.
So their divorce was finalized on March 27th, 2025. So very recently. And there's the family's still in the house. The kids are still being harassed. The daughter, I guess, was like working in architecture, but has been unable to get a job since this. And then Ace's lawyer announced that she had breast cancer and skin cancer, but no updates on that. Now,
it's really more than any family should have to deal with.
Here's the thing that's keeping the trial held up. His lawyers want 7 separate trials, 1 for each victim.
Help me understand why they would want that. I mean, other than the fact that it'll take a lot longer and probably draw this out.
Maybe that's what it is.
But like, do they think one at a time they can create some kind of compelling, reasonable doubt on some of them and that it would be easier to tackle one by one? Good God.
I know.
No judge will allow that.
The DA is like, look, we have Suffolk County. We have money. We don't have that kind of money. Right. We're trying this once.
Right.
That's it.
Also, just the delay of justice, I think, would be so unfair.
I know. I almost wonder if this is Rex's request and idea, and if it comes out of further torturing the families.
What a depraved human this guy is. If that's true, whether it's true or not, we know he is.
Yeah, we don't know if it's true. This is my guess.
Yeah. And I've just got this feeling like, is he going to make it to trial? I don't know. I just feel like he's going to, I don't know.
Do you think they're going to be able to tie more victims to him? I'm thinking.
Well, the longer this goes on, sure. It seems like there's like lots of pressure on finding them. So honestly, with this case, anything is possible.
I know. It's crazy.
I've seen it all.
So you liked the documentary?
I really did.
Yeah,
I really did.
Thank you for covering it with me.
Oh, thank you for inviting me. And I think I will read Gone Girls now, just because I think those women deserve to have their story told and heard in as many formats as possible. And I know he's a great writer. I've heard great things about the book.
Yeah,
so I will read it.
It's good.
Yeah. And you might enjoy Jimmy the King. I mean, it reads like fiction, but it's all true.
Yeah,
and it's just about corruption on Long Island.
I think I'm gonna do what I always do, which is order it from an independent bookseller.
There you go.
So that Garcia gets the money. And even if I take 10 years to read it, at least I'm supporting him.
100% do it.
I order so many books that I end up not reading just to support people. And then I'm like, I'll read them someday.
And there's so many good sites now, like thriftbooks.com and Abe's. Like, yeah, I do go to those first if I can.
Yeah, if I can. All right, friend. Thank you.
Amy,
this has been something. This has been dark.
Yeah.
But we've made it okay.
We didn't even use a Long Island accent because you know how you really are supposed to say Long Island.
Yeah.
It's Long Island. It's
Long
Island. The G goes before the I, like Long Island.
So I taught at a local Jesuit private school here.
Oh.
And our feeder schools were in Long Island. Almost all my students were from Long Island. And so, I know the accent well.
Yeah. Perfect.
All right, my friend. Thank you so much. And again, guys, catch Rebekah over on Criminality and listen to Devil in the Dark Blue Sea.
Deep Blue Sea, but
Deep Blue
close
Sea.
enough.
Oh, Dark Blue Sea, Deep Blue Sea, whatever.
It's dark and deep and blue. Thanks for having me.
I will put the link in the show notes.
Yay.
All right. Thank you, guys. And thanks, Rebekah.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much for listening to Little Miss Recap. If you'd like to support the show, the best way you can do that is to join our Twin Flame universe, which is our Patreon, Supercast, and Apple subscription feeds. The links for those are in the show notes. You get ad-free episodes and a ton of bonus content. You can also subscribe to the feed so you don't miss an episode, share the show with a friend, and leave a 5-star review. To contact the show, please email me directly at amy@littlemissrecap.com or join our Facebook group Backdoor Friends. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next time.